Hello, welcome to Black Channel in the list of great movies. In this video, we will introduce 10 of the best movies in the history of cinema. The best movies based on IMDb ratings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a homicide.
Number 10, Titanic. Year of publication, 1997. IMDb rating, 7.9. The story of this movie is about the sinking of the Titanic and the events that happened to the passengers of this ship. One of the passengers on this ship is a young girl named Rose, played by Kate Winslet, who has to travel to America because of her family's problems and marry a rich man named Cal Hockley. But Roz meets a poor boy named Jack, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. They fall in love when they see each other. But Rose has to marry another man due to the bad situation of her family, and that's why she is upset and wants to killing himself. Jack does not let this happen and saves Rose's life.
So what do you call yourself? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana.
Number 9. Scarface. Year of publication, 1983. IMDb rating, 8.3. Tony Montana, played by Al Pacino, is the main character of this movie who travels with his friend from Cuba to Florida, in America, to live in this country and become a rich man. These two become members of a drug sales group, who become one of the important people in this group after a dangerous mission by Alejandro Sosa, the leader of this group. Tony Montana is very happy with this situation and the events that have happened to his life, but he likes to do bigger things, and after a few years he becomes the leader of this group by killing Alejandro, who lives with the mistakes he makes. He destroys himself and his family.
Your son made it, Mama. It's a success.
Number 8. Oldboy. Year of publication, 2003. IMDb rating, 8.3. One of the best films made in South Korea, the story of which is about a man named who disappears in one night and no one knows what happened to this man. This man spends 15 years of his life alone in a prison. There is only one TV in this prison. After a few days, he finds out that his wife has been killed. This man has been trying his best to escape from this prison for 15 years and take his revenge on the person who killed his wife and imprisoned him. This movie is one of the wonderful movies in this list of 10, whose action and exciting scenes will make you enjoy this movie. Number 7. The Shining. Year of publication, 1980. IMDb rating, 8.4. This movie was released in 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick, and its story is about a man named Jack Torrance, whose job is a teacher and writer. And because of what happened to him, he lost his job. And after a few days for continuing his life and his family, he goes to work in a big hotel for 5 months. In order not to be alone on this trip, Jack takes his family Wendy and Danny to this hotel. Terrible things have happened in this big hotel, and several people have been killed in this place in previous years, but Jack has to accept this job in order to continue his life. After this family enters this hotel, scary things happen to them. So I suggest you watch the movie The Shining and enjoy it. Number 6. Gladiator. Year of publication, 2000. IMDb rating, 8.5. One of the best historical films directed by Ridley Scott, whose main actors are Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix. In 180, a powerful general named Maximus, who is the commander of the Great Army of Rome, wants to return to his home and family with the victory over the enemy army and the end of the war. But the Emperor of Rome plans to introduce Maximus as his successor in order to save Rome from corruption. But the Emperor's son Prince Commodus cannot accept this and kills his father and also tries to kill the commander Maximus but fails. After a few days, Maximus finds out that his wife and son have been killed by the prince and tries his best to return to Rome and take revenge on him and his family. Gladiator won 5 Oscars and 3 Golden Globes in 2000.
What is Rome, Maximus? I've seen much of the rest of the world. It is brutal and cruel and dark. Rome is the light.
Number 5. 7. Year of publication, 1995. IMDb rating, 8.6. The story of this wonderful movie is about the events that happened to 2 police detectives. The director of this movie is David Fincher, and the main actors are Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. Detective Somerset will retire in a week, and a new young detective named Mills has come to the police department of this city. But a strange and scary thing happens in New York City.
Honestly, I've never seen anything like this.
And these 2 detectives must work together to find the killer of this city. This killer does his murders professionally and wants to kill 7 people. These 2 detectives find out that these murders are done by one person named John Doe, who does his murders in a way it does terrible. This movie is without a doubt the best movie in the crime genre. And with the wonderful acting of the actors, wonderful music, professional direction by Fincher, and the final sequence which is wonderful.
There are 7 deadly sins, Captain. Gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy. 7.
Number 4. Fight Club. Year of publication, 1999. IMDb rating, 8.8. A man named the narrator who is not happy with his life and realizes that he has cancer, and one of his problems is that he cannot sleep, so he becomes a member of support groups, and there he meets a girl named Marla, who they decide to separate from this group. The narrator meets a man named Tyler, who is a soap seller, on a trip. And after this meeting, this man's life changes forever. After the events that happen to the narrator, he and Tyler fight each other in one night, and he realizes that this incident made him feel better. So they decide to start a fight club with each other's help, so that the others men who have problems like the narrator and Tyler can feel better in this club.
I said, goddamn! Goddamn!
Number 3. Pulp Fiction. Year of publication, 1994. IMDb rating, 8-9. One of the main characters of this movie is Jules Winfield, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and Vincent Vega, played by John Travolta. The two work for Marcellus Wallace, and they have to kill one of the people who stole from Marcellus. After this incident, Vincent has to protect Marcellus's wife Mia. Because Marcellus has to go out of town to do something, Vincent and Mia go to a restaurant for dinner, and after talking for a few minutes they decide where to go, dance with each other, which becomes one of the most memorable scenes in the history of cinema. This is part of the story of Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Number 2. The Dark Knight. Year of publication, 2008. IMDb rating, 9.1. One of the best superhero movies that was made in 2008 by Christopher Nolan, based on the popular characters Batman and Joker, and won many awards from film festivals. A criminal group steals from the Bank of Gotham City, and all this money goes to their leader Joker. Joker is one of the dangerous people of Gotham City, whose behavior is like a madman and causes chaos inside city. After these events, Batman decides to fight this crazy man and put him in jail. But the Joker offers money to all the criminals in Gotham and asks them to kill Batman. Number 1. The Godfather. Year of publication, 1972. IMDb rating, 9.3. One of the most successful films in the history of cinema, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, which was released in 1972. And after the audience's reception, 2 more parts of the Godfather story were made. The main actors of this movie are Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan. The story of this movie is about a powerful family. The head of this mafia family is Don Vito Corleone, who lives with his family in New York City. One of the characteristics of this powerful man is that he is kind to his friends but very serious to his enemies, and sometimes he does not show mercy to them. On the wedding day of Don Vito's daughter, his little son Michael, who has just returned from World War II, decides not to continue his father's family business and is not interested in doing so, which causes things to happen to him.
Spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Don't forget to subscribe and support my channel. Thanks for watching this video.